conversations with our queens from across the world. They are entertaining, educating with tons of passion. Welcome to the show, Queens Forever. Namaste, world. Truly delighted to meet each and every one of you in every single episode where we take you at the doorstep of a different queen. All the lovely queens from across the world come together on this one platform. And I welcome you to the most exclusive show, Queens Forever. But our lovely queens share their beauteous journeys, at the same time, inspire all of us. They're the ones who truly make this world a better place to live in. Because it's always not about the aesthetic beauty, but also about the inner beauty. They start as young as they are, and today we are truly delighted to have with us one of the youngest beauty queens. Now, can we imagine? They start right from the age of teen. Oh my God, this is truly a phenomenal day, as we are already too excited to invite on the extremely gorgeous and supremely beautiful, the one who believes in the path of humanity, the one who had the confidence to win the world. Come on, please join me as we welcome our Miss Teen International 2016, the lovely and the truly amazing queen, Stefy Patel. A wholehearty welcome to you, Stefy. How are you doing?
Oh, namaste. I am really good and I feel so good seeing you. And it really feels great. Thank you so much for having me. It really feels very happy.
Stefy, you're one of our youngest queens, but tell me, I mean, winning the Miss Teen International title isn't really easy, all right? Because, you really need to prepare yourself. When was the first time you ever dreamt of that you wanted to wear the crown and wanted to become a queen? So tell me something about your background and about your childhood.
So, I'm born and brought up in a family, we have all doctors, engineers, and all IAS officers in my family. So, there's nobody around the entertainment world or, anything around. Even for me also, I was born like that, so I have to become an engineer and later on an IAS officer, something like that. But I don't know. I always had that love for stage and mic, and to do something different. Even in my school, I was the most active student, and always I would see the Miss India pageants. It would be air on TV, and I would not miss a single grand finale, and I would use to watch it. And seeing that, I would feel okay. No, this is something I want to do. I want to be there once. Once in my life, I would just be there in the stage. It's not just watch it live. So I was to dream things like this because I'm born and brought up in a very small city, where there's not a lot of exposure. So I would be around that zone, but later on when I just finished my exams and I went on to Delhi, and then I did a national pageant and I went ahead to win it, the Miss Teen India. And, my parents, from my mom especially, was a surprise that, she could never imagine. She would always see me. I was a national debater. I used to do elocution and speech. So she would see me always in that zone. And my mom would always be like, studies, I need to be an engineer and IAS officer. So winning something like, Miss Teen India, something, in the entertainment and a glamour world was very different for my family too. And for me also, it gave me a different kind of confidence. Oh, I can, do something like this. So it went on to that. And then later I was appointed to represent my country, which was huge for me, because I could not imagine, that at the age of 17, 18, where I just finished my school and, you would get an opportunity to represent the entire country. For me, I had like sleepless nights when after winning the national pageant that, oh, okay, how is this going to be? How I'm going to prepare? How, all of that. So it was for me also, all the things that happened to me was, kind of in the dream zone that, okay, all these things is happening.
We have the youngest queen here with us. So this is really what gets into you, the jittery feeling you have because you just start out high school and you are here, standing tall, winning the national crown and representing your country. So tell us, what were the challenges that you faced, Stefy, at that point of time, especially when you had no background, You come from a small city. What are the challenges you faced when you went for the pageant, and how did you feel after winning the international pageant?
So, for me, every small step was a challenge for me because I had never walked on the ramp. I was not this girlish, okay? I was very tomboyish. I didn't know how to do makeup and liner. I used to ride bikes, sort of very different person. So for me, every small thing was a challenge. But after I went on to win the national pageant, and I knew that I have to represent my country, perfectly. So since the day one that I entered in the pageant, I had this mind pumped up that, okay, Stefy, this is your opportunity. You've been wanting this since childhood. Just give your best. I just always used to tell myself, just be happy, be confident, and just whatever I would do it with a lot of excitement and confidence. And I don't know, it was very genuine to me because this is something I really wanted. I dreamed it since childhood. But I actually, I thought that it will be really difficult to actually talk to the other contestants because so many countries and all different countries, different culture. But things went quite nice with me. I gelled up with everyone really nice. So my day one orientation went really nice. They asked me to, start your introduction. And I just did the thing, hi, I am from Miss India, something like this. And it went so nice. So everyone, just day one, everyone was like welcoming. Oh, this is Miss India. So, it really pumped me up and things became a little easier. But I had like sleepless nights before the pageant that, okay, this is not happening, or I don't know how I'm going to do it. But it went really well. And yeah, of course.
It's absolutely a privilege and honor to have with us our Miss Teen International, and entire credit goes to River Comics for your faith in the show Queens Forever. Thank you to We International and to IndusTV for allowing us to meet all these beautiful queens sharing their amazing journey. We are here to have a great conversation with the very amazing Stefy Patel, but right after we take this super short commercial break. Truly excited to know her lovely journey. After the participation, let's get to know at the time of the pageant, her amazing experience. Right after this super short commercial break. Queens Forever. See you guys soon. back to the show, Queens Forever. Our humble thanks to our comics, We International and IndusTV for this most magnificent celebration of every girl, celebration of every woman, of every lady who makes it to the top. They're the crowning glories of their respective countries, and together they truly make this world a beautiful place to live in. Today we are here with Stefy Patel, and Stefy, tell us the biggest challenge that you face along with your co-contestants at the international pageant, where you realize, oh my God, this is just not possible. And tell us, how did you overcome that?
When since the day the pageant started, and everyone there out there was just so perfect, when they would walk, then when they would talk, and in every competition, I mean, everyone would compete at the best. So, I would always see, so when we were having the national costumes round, and, I had seen such amazing costumes, and I was representing our ethnic wear. And so every competition, I would just see, okay, everyone's just so perfect. How I'm going to do it? Like, will it be okay? Will I be in the top in all of the rounds? But it kept on happening. And one thing I made sure that, I would be very friendly. I'm generally a very happy go person. So that helped me quite a lot there. And all of the contestants would be very nice to me and talk to me. So I think the challenge that I was going in my mind, that, oh, this is not happening. And that toughness that was going on in my mind went little cool, and it became little fine for me to go on stage for every round that we were going through. So, yeah.
Wow. How do you think, for someone like you, someone who's really new and who wants to really enter the world of pageants, how should they prepare themselves? How long did you take to mentally prepare as well as aesthetically learn everything and the nuances of being a beauty queen? So how much period of time do you think, and what exactly they need to get into to really know
Yeah.
their skill well?
For me, somebody like me who had no idea about, the pageant industry, I knew, I mean, I would see the finale on TV. I knew it was the finale, but I didn't know the process at all, how it works, and, what all you do. So for me, it was very sudden when I just went into the final. I became the finalist for my national pageant, and I had to just, go within just few days. So I didn't get a lot of time to prepare myself. I mean, for me, it was like a changeover for somebody who wanted to get into engineering and just suddenly wanted to get into pageants, and, actually become one of the finalists. But I actually told myself, okay, this is it. This is the time. So for all those people who want to get in the pageant, life works very, very differently for every one of us. Whatever we plan and we think, okay, we would do things like this, things would happen like this, it does not happen that way. At times, you actually get a lot of time to plan things, and at times, things just happens like this. And you have to be prepared in your mind. So for me, it was the same. I didn't have a lot of time. So so after my national pageant and my international pageant, I just had, like, I think 4 or 5 months period of time to actually go for the international pageant. So for me, it was huge. Like, okay, how do I prepare my walking and my all the rounds, my dresses, costume. There's so many rounds. There's talent round. Then there's your national costume interview. So I actually had to gear up, and I had like sleepless nights. For me, I didn't get, if we see it otherwise, it actually takes a year, to prepare yourself. There's so much to prepare when you go for an international pageant. But I had like 4 or 5 months, and I tried my best to prepare myself in that zone, and it worked out.
Lovely, lovely. Hats off to you. So how difficult or comfortable was it to convince your parents, your folks, that you wanted to enter a beauty pageant and to give up studies for that much point of time? At that time, it's really crucial. Was it very difficult or was it very simple? Could you convince them easily?
Yeah. So for my mom, right, she is somebody who is like, studies and, this is your life, and, get a degree. So my mom would not believe in somebody, getting into entertainment field. And also, of course, they do not have an idea. Around my stage, you do not have any stage of such where you could actually believe in, oh, this is something that also works. So to convince my mom was not easy. So, she never told me like this, that, oh, okay, great, go ahead. and do your, or go become an actor, do your pageant, or get into Miss India or Miss Teen India. It was never that. So just after school, it was something like, when I applied for the competition, I didn't tell her. And when I became the finalist, I told mom that, mom, these things are happening. And that she said, okay, when did you do all this? Of that zone. But she actually, she had come to see the national finale for me. And when she came and she actually saw the entire finale, for her, it was unbelievable. Because after I won, she was like, I didn't know you. I didn't know this part of you, and she was like happy. And in that zone, so she made me promise that you would not leave your studies at all. So I took admission in college, and and then parallelly, I said, okay, fine, I would not miss my studies. I would do my college properly, and then parallelly, let me do things. That's the promise she took. And then I had to actually manage my college and my pageant. So for my pageant, I actually left one semester of my college, which I had to do in the next year. I had like triple papers in that exam. So that phase was really very, very difficult for me. And then later on, when I won, so I think that was the point where my mom actually got, happy and convinced and comfortable with this field. And that she was like, okay. Oh, actually, they were actually very happy, because for us, it was somebody first from my state actually to actually get into go to an international pageant actually, and then winning and all was like huge for everyone. So is after then, wow, it was changing point for me. Yeah. So
it's truly an interesting journey. We definitely going to ask Stefy, how did her friends feel, especially coming from a small city and town. But before that, it's time for Stefy to feel nostalgic, because I'm going to ask her to close her eyes and to imagine and reimagine the moment when you were announced as Miss Teen International 2016. Stefy, how did it feel at that moment? I want you to please narrate the feelings at that point of time.
Oh my God. So, okay, I'm getting this goosebumps, okay, again. It's been a long time, but still, whenever I just sit back and I imagine, and everything I could see in my eyes, like I could remember actually where I was standing on stage. I was just standing left downside, and I was trembling. I don't know. I had this confidence that I might make it, but I was not sure. You never know. It's always that. And when they just said my name, and I actually took a few seconds to, okay, wait, and my co-contestants were like, "It's you." I'm like, okay, and I could see in the audience, I could see the other national directors actually hooting and clapping for me. And I could see in their eyes that, they had these actions that, like you deserved it and all of that.
Wow.
And I don't know, I was very, very happy.
Wow, let her enjoy these beautiful moments. And it's for all of us to truly relish the lovely feeling what Stefy Patel went through. Let's take a super short commercial break and know more about Stefy Patel and, of course, a lovely journey along with some rapid fire questions, especially for Stefy, right after this super short commercial break.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for We International Founder, President, Chairman, Mr. Bharat Goradia, Bollywood star. Bharat Goradia with legendary singers from Indian music industry. He believes in spreading smiles over everyone's faces. Sports champion. The Dada Saheb Phalke Award and Bharat Gaurav Pride of India Award winner Mr. Bharat Goradia has been innumerably awarded across the globe for his outstanding work in the field of promoting Indian arts and culture all over the world.
Welcome back, guys, and we are here with Stefy. Stefy, how did your friends react to you you coming from a small city and, taking this big stride and actually making it happen and winning the crown. How did they all react to you? Did they all actually start treating you like a queen, a princess forever, or how was it?
Actually, it was something very new and different for everyone. So they would actually, for them, it was a different zone. And they would actually just call me and say, okay, so you're Miss Teen International. How do you eat now? How do you sleep like normally, how we do? So, all of those questions, and they were just so happy for me. And they were thankful that, you had changed that mentality of the people around, and you've given a new zone and a new field to the entire state. So that was very, very happy. And actually, like, I was happy, like, I was very happy. And a few of my really close friends who knew me very closely, they knew that I had something for the pageants and, getting into Miss Teen and Miss India. And they knew I had made it. So they were like really, very happy.
Amazing. So here we are towards the rapid fire round. And Stefy, are we ready?
Yeah.
Okay, so which are the three best attributes you think one needs to really have or work on to win the crown? 3 important attributes.
I think the first is confidence. I feel it because I don't know. For me, it was that one thing which took me somewhere. Second was being a happy person. I don't know. I've always been happy, whatever the situation. I like to be happy. And I think the third is having compassion and being that friendly and a happy person. These 3 things, I feel if you're there, and of course, the other things are there: hardworking, dedication. Of course, that's always there. It needs to be there. Otherwise, things get difficult in life. So yeah, for me, like, do you think it's used to be happy and confident, and of course, like, dedicated.
Wonderful. I think these actually are the topmost 3 attributes which any beauty queen shall vouch for. So this is not an answer, but thank you for telling the world the same thing. The most challenging round, according to you, at the time of the pageant?
I actually loved all of the rounds, but something where in mind I was stuck about the swimwear round because, I had never wore a bikini actually in my entire life, even before that. And even not even in my national pageant. So for me, it was directly on the international stage in front of, like, I don't remember how many people, the whole audience. So I had that thing, oh my God, how I'm going to do it. It's not a big deal at all. But for me, coming from the place I am, it was something. But I don't know, I just told myself, Stefy, the ramp is yours today. Just go ahead. And I don't know, I just killed it. It was really nice. And none of them believed that this is the first time I was actually walking in somewhere, on a stage. So yeah, it went well.
Your favorite food that you give up on while preparing for a pageant? Is there anything you give up on, or you're a happy-go-lucky?
I'm completely lucky in few things, but then there's a dish called pani puri in India. I don't know if you know it, but I love it. This is something like, I love it so much. I had to give up like almost for 2 years. I did not because
you didn't have your favorite pani puri, okay.
Yeah.
If you had to dress up in 3 minutes and get your makeup done in 3 minutes, what all would you like to accentuate on in 3 minutes, your makeup?
So there have been situations, and pageants are crazy. We do not get time. It's like, see you like 28th floor in the next 7 minutes, 5 minutes. So it's always been that. So I had like managed to do entire thing in like just 5 minutes. But for me, if I would go for like those 2-3 things, I would go for a little bit of lip tint, a glossy lip tint, mascara, and a little bit of blush on. I think that would go. Yeah.
Black, white, or red, your favorite color of the 3?
White. Yeah.
Lovely. And I'm sure you look like an angel in white. The preferred color for the evening gown round.
Yeah, it has to be white because I don't know, any color merged up with white, I just love it. Yeah.
Interesting, Steffi. If you had to go on a romantic date with any celebrity of any country or a superstar of any country, who would you go with and where would you like to take him with you?
I have completely been born and brought up in India. So I would like to take a name from Bollywood. Is Hrithik Roshan. Oh my God, I actually blush when I talk about him. So I don't know. I just love him, and I would like to go on a date with him. And it's something like a beachside. It's just me and him, and light music and candles and something like that.
Oh my God, she's already started romancing. Stefy Patel, that's nice. If you had your contestants paying a visit to you at your country, which place would you like to show them and which part of your country would you like to talk to them about?
I would definitely make them visit the Taj Mahal in Agra because it's just beautiful. The symbol of love, that peace. I would just want them to be there and just feel what it feels to be there. Yeah.
Your favorite subtitle at the pageant?
It has to be the Miss Talented round because I love dancing, and I would always dance in my Miss Talented round, which I've done for my pageant too, and I would always be excited for the performance and everything. So I also won Miss Talented at the international pageant. So yeah, I had performed the Bollywood sequence. So I just love the sub contest.
How important is inner beauty for winning the pageant compared to aesthetic beauty, or is it fine you have aesthetic beauty is good enough? How important is inner beauty?
I think it's completely, I think it has to be inner beauty, okay? So even when I went for the pageant, I didn't know how I look, or okay, people would tell me you look pretty. I don't know, but I knew that I'm a happy and a very happy soul. Even when you go to international pageants, they just talk to you. It's all about how you are as a person. Outer beauty is there, it's fine, but then it's always about how you are as a person internally. So for me, it's all about internal beauty. I mean, the inner you, how you are, like the true person you are internally.
Does it get stressful at times to think about where do the funds come from when you participate at a beauty pageant?
Right. So I would be very true to you for this particular thing. Since I am completely an outsider for something like this, I would go through the same question, that, what about the funds and how things would be in and how would I make it, what all is required. But throughout the journey that I have lived, it's me, like, I would like to share it to you. This course of time, I could say that to you very confidently, that it is your talent, funds and everything is there. It is there, but if you are confident and if you are talented and if you're out there, you believing something you want to do and you want it like very badly in your life in a very good and positive way, things work out for you in a good way. So it's always your talent and your belief in that, and it works out for you. It does. Things just, the universe comes in, it works out for you.
There is something very interesting coming your way. There is a big surprise we have for you, Miss Stefy Patel. It's time for us to meet our world's biggest promoter of art and culture in the United States. Let's welcome our very Mr. India, the gentleman, Mr. Bharat Goradia ji. You're on the show, who has a special question for you, Stefy.
Hi, Stefy. How are you?
Hi, Bharat. I'm so glad to actually see you here. I mean, you're just amazing. I'm so glad to have you here live.
Pleasure.
I'm good.
Pleasure is ours, dear. Pleasure is ours. On behalf of our sponsor, River Comics and We International, it is indeed a great pleasure and privilege for me to welcome you on one of the finest talk show called Queens Forever. And what better queen we can have than you? You are
I'm
looking
totally
so
glad.
pretty, so pretty.
Thank you so
God
much.
bless you and all the very best wishes. Anyway, I just want to ask you a very simple question. Do you believe that once a queen, queens forever?
I totally believe it that once a queen, you're a queen forever, because once you get to wear that crown in your life, it's there, it's not there. You always feel internally, even when I go to sleep, I feel that, oh, there's an invisible crown around me, and there's a different kind of happy feeling that you feel. So I completely believe, once a queen, always a queen. It is there. It's completely true.
Oh, what an amazing answer. Yes, I also believe that once a queen, nobody can take the title from you
True,
till
true,
your
true.
last breath, right? I
Correct. Yeah,
totally
yeah,
agree with
correct.
you. It's
Yeah.
on behalf of our sponsor, River Comics, we International IndusTV. It is thank you so very much for sparing your
Thank you
valuable
so much.
time, sharing your experiences, and making us privileged, especially to all the young girls, how to enter into this world and how to be successful and getting the titles. So thank you so very much. Wishing you all the very best in all your forthcoming
Thank you.
projects,
Thank you so
and see
much.
you very soon in USA.
Very, very soon. Very,
God
very
bless
soon.
you.
Thank you
God
so much.
bless.
Thank you.
Steffi, this is your moment in case you want to say anything.
Yeah, I would like to say thank you so much for having me here. It was so good to actually relive the entire journey of mine. Thank you for making me relive it again. And I'd really like to thank River Comics for having me and doing all of this arrangement and giving me the opportunity to actually share everything. I would like to thank Bharatji for making all of this happen, and I get to interact with all of you. I would like to thank you, Simran. You're just amazing. Thank you so much. And I would also like to thank Indus TV for making all of this happen. Thank you so much, guys. And I just love you all.
That's like a beauty queen thanking everyone. So stylish, so sophisticated, and absolutely a pleasure getting to hear from the lovely teen who just passed out on high school, or not even knowing what she wants to pursue as a career, but at the same time, knowing that she's here to win the crown, to wear the crown, and of course, in her little way, make this world a better place to live in. We shall take you in yet another country to introduce you to yet another beauty queen at her doorstep. Till then, to all the lovely girls, keep dreaming big, dream with your eyes open, and be the best version of yourself. And to all the guys, dream of making your loved one a beautiful princess, a beautiful queen. So, irrespective of wherever you are in the world, tons of love to each and every one of you. This is Queens Forever, thanking you all for all the love that you shower on us. See you guys. Take care and bye.